for you guys. So I am incredibly looking forward to today's stream. So, welcome everyone. Yo, peoples. Kyushu92 here to bring you more solo leveling of chapters 81 to 90. I'm slowly but surely catching up to the rest of the series, so it will not be long now. So I am looking forward to going through this with you guys. Now, last we left off in the last chapter, a whole bunch was going on. Jin was risen, was given the rank of S rank, by the Hunters Association. Did you miss anything? No, I literally just started. I am. It says live that I'm literally at 40 seconds as of right now. It may not be that long for you guys, but yeah. I'm literally at, I haven't even gone into a minute yet, so you haven't missed anything. We are just beginning. I'm just doing the intro monologue. But Jin has become an S rank, and now all the reporters want to, talk to him and learn about him and get interviews and stuff. And then it shows that one of the ants that have been on the Jeju Island has finally made its way to the shore of Japan. Without dying. And yeah, we get to see what happens. Thank you, Shonen Sensei, for the super chat. You always popping in and doing that, man. I'm still honored and humbled by it. Thank you. Sorry I can't make the stream, but I gotta work. Enjoy the epicness. Hey, Shonen Sensei, it's all good. This will be up for you to, experience me reading through, even though you already know what's going on. It'll be here for you later on, once it's all, processed and finished for you. So, let's go ahead and move on. My voice changer, I have not touched it at all. I haven't messed with anything, so if I need to do deep voices, it's right here, and we don't need to spend another 5 minutes like I did in the last stream trying to figure out the voices. We can get straight to it. So, here on chapter 81, it shows the outskirts of Japan, I believe, and then there's some dudes just walking. He sure is the best. Nogawa-san, I leave the patrol to you today as well. Of course. Yes, please look after him. Is that a newcomer? Yes, please look after him. Even though it may not seem like much, we must go on patrol every day and always memorize the villagers' faces. If a gate were to appear on a remote island such as this, we'd be in big trouble. We'd be annihilated if a dungeon break were to occur because we discovered it too late. That's why we must first quickly locate gates using a magical energy sensor, then send in a request for hunters outside the island. The help will arrive after 3 days. In other words, if you consider the time it takes for help to arrive, we must find any gates that appear within 3 days. The only hunters in this village are just us two, and we're D rank and E rank, so we have a lot of responsibility to be... And then he notices something. Senpai! That's... What? Is it a person? Oh, it's the ant! The ant is just walking through the streets! It's not good. It's not good at all. Who are you? Chapter 81. And we're back at the Demon Castle, because, Jin is still making his way through there to get that last artifact for the Holy Water of Life to heal his mother. So he's in the Demon Castle, lots of dead demons around. The number of shadow soldiers I can extract and save rose after increasing my intelligence stat. Shadows able to be extracted. Jin has monstrously increased the number of shadows he's able to extract. He is now able to extract up to 820. Shadows able to be saved, 155. Dude! If it was possible to extract demon shadows, I could have had a gigantic army. Too bad. It would be inefficient for the whole army to move in one big group. I need to start managing them more efficiently. For now, I'll split you guys into teams. There will be 6 teams in all. Tusk's team, Igris' team, Iron's team, Tank's team, High Orc Team B, and High Orc Team A. Yo! All of the boss level teams, like Tusk, Igris, Iron, and Tank, yeah, they're gonna... also with the way that this panel is illustrated, Tank's bear team just looks like your classic Kuma bear chibi face. Like it's just a little crudely drawn bear with a glare in his eye, and all the bears behind him have like cutesy bear faces or other evil bear faces. But it's nice that he has his teams divided up this way. Perhaps he got this idea when he divided up his shadows out in the world in order to protect the neighborhood and look after his sister. Might have gotten that idea from that. I like Tank and Igris. Yeah, Tank and Igris. I love the both. Well, I love them all, but I feel like I rank Igris at the top, then Iron, then Tank, and then Tusk. Even though when Tusk has that orb of avarice, he essentially becomes a nuclear level threat. But Igris is still at the top of the board because, come on, it's Igris. But moving down, I have 2 orders. 1, split up according to your group and eliminate any enemies you run into. 2, notify me once you find the entry permit. Disperse. And just like the Leaf Village Ninja when the 3rd Hokage told them to go search for Naruto, they all just jump away in an instant. I will have to give up on drops other than the entry permit, but the current priority is to reach the top floor as soon as possible. And as he's saying this, as he's saying all of this, there's multiple notifications of him gaining XP because his shadow teams are just out there wrecking shop and he's just reaping the benefits. This dude is so overpowered. You know what? Maybe I need to get back into playing Black Desert in order to make my character kind of like Jin, just overpowered. Is there a necromancer class in Black Desert? I can't remember. It hasn't been that long since I sent them, but I'm already gaining experience. It's much more convenient now that I don't have to wander around and waste time as much. Also, I won't lose mana as long as they don't get destroyed. But now that highest grade demons are appearing, the normal soldiers are having a tough time facing them. I'll need to constantly use potions to recover my mana. A few days later. Shadow monster level 24. Good God, man! 3 days later, Tank is like level 24! Huh? Tank managed to level up 10 times since the last time I saw him. So he spent 3 days in the Demon Castle realm, in the Demon Castle Gate, and Tank has risen, his level has risen by 10 times. Yeah, if they weren't able to take him out before the 3 days, they're definitely not going to take him out so easily now, because the dude is much stronger. Not only have I leveled up, but all my soldiers leveled up as well. Hunting in teams is much more efficient as I expected, and Shadow Infantry is level 16, and Shadow Magician is level 19. There are 20 floors left. I was able to reach floor 80 faster than I expected. It's already been 2 days since I reached floor 80. The fact that I wasn't able to find the entry permit yet, is there a strong enemy somewhere? And then all of a sudden, his mana starts to drain rapidly. My mana is being consumed at a rapid rate. Someone is continuously destroying my shadow soldiers. Is it that way? For my soldiers' regeneration speed to be unable to keep up, the enemy must be overwhelming them. That should be the team Iron is leading. To think that there's a demon strong enough to overwhelm Iron, and his mana keeps constantly dropping. I have no choice. I will have to recall the shadows for now. And he just draws his shadows back into him. The next day, due to the continuous ambush, the deployed soldiers were all called back again. The High Orc B team and Igris team were attacked one after another. Just as I predicted, there must be a strong enemy on this floor. So, yeah, whoever is on this floor with Jin, whichever enemy is on this floor with him, it is really giving all of his teams a hard time. But it's strong, but it's strange. The Tusk team should be next to the Igris team, but the enemy somehow managed to skip over them and ambush the High Orc A team instead. Are the demons not strong enough to defeat Tusk? If they're purposefully targeting the enemies they can win against, it would mean the enemy has enough intelligence to detect the weaknesses of their enemies. If they purposefully attack High Orc B team, the next target... Oh, the next target has got to be Tank and his bears. Has to be them. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. They're here. And who is it? Yo, who is these dudes? Who's these high demon dudes? A demon noble and 3 demon knights. They look kind of sick. They look like the evil version of Igris with the way their armor is set up. I'm not gonna lie. This demon noble and his demon knights, they look kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. And then we see Tank just roaring. And then one of the knights just blitzes over to where Tank is and slices clean into him. So that's why the soldier's regeneration couldn't keep up. Wow. Okay, these demon knights are crazy fast. They're like Igris fast. But the fact that they're avoiding both Iron and Igris means that Iron and Igris may be the only ones who can actually contend with them for now. But another knight slices through the arm of one of the bears. The shadow monsters have no chance against them. And then he goes into stealth, and I believe the knight notices. Actually, you know what? I think he was in stealth and he came out of stealth. The knight notices and charges up his lance and rushes Jin. But Jin easily dodges because he got that high agility. And Jin manages to kick the demon knight straight in the face, killing him instantly. You've defeated a demon knight. You've received 3,000 experience. And then after seeing that, all the other knights start to rush Jin as well. And then he just disappears. And the demon knights are wondering what just happened. And Jin is already on them. Like, picture Kizaru when he kicked Scratchman back in the Sabaody Archipelago arc, and in a flash, he was immediately in front of Diaz Drake and kicked him into a building. That's how fast Jin is in front of these demon knights. That's how fast he's in front of them. And he takes them both out instantly with his dagger. You defeated a demon knight. Get 3,000 experience apiece. And then he's in front of the demon noble. How strong is the noble? I was wondering if monsters could also experience fear, because the way this noble is animated, well, the way this noble is drawn, it shows shaking, shivering lines outside on the outlines of his body. I was wondering if monsters could also experience fear, but now I'm certain. And there's just a evil glare in Jin's eyes. And that is the end of chapter 81, onwards to chapter 82. Oh, I'm enjoying this so much. And it shows the demon noble trying to stab Jin multiple times, but Jin is using that high-level observation hockey and just dodging all of the blows. But there is some strength behind it, because the building in the distance behind Jin gets multiple puncture holes from the demon noble trying to stab Jin. Like, just the force of the blow itself from a distance, it's doing damage to the buildings behind them. He must be strong. Forehead, neck, and the heart, accurately aiming for those spots. Low-grade demon D rank, it shows a small one. Middle-grade demon C rank, it shows a relatively bigger one. High-grade demon B rank, it shows a bigger one than the middle grade. Highest grade demon A rank, it shows the biggest ones we've seen so far. Hey, Brandon, what's going on, bro? We are on chapter 82 of solo leveling. Doing good so far. Then we have the ancient demon A plus rank, which is some of the knights that he fought. And then you have the demon noble mini boss S rank, which also falls into the same line that the noble is currently fighting him. The levels of the demon tower are roughly that. But Jin, and before the demon noble can even do anything, Jin just cleanly slices through his sword and then grabs him by the face. And then it speaks.
I give up! I give up!
And Jin stops. What? An enemy that actually that doesn't want to die? How strange. Everyone seems to be speaking the human language these days. This voice. Are you... Oh, it's a girl! It's a girl demon! A girl?
I'm sorry, we were in the wrong. Please spare my life.
You attacked? Hey, never mind, bro. Got a couple of days off. Gonna do more grinding in Neo and possibly some Hollow Knight. How is Hollow Knight? I need to get back into Neo. But how is Hollow Knight? I've seen people play it, but is it really that difficult? From what I hear? I'm keep reading. You attacked my soldiers and now you're asking for forgiveness?
I committed a grave sin. But in our clan's shoes, we have to protect this area. We can't just sit still and let person run wild and kill other demons like ants. Please forgive me.
Is it okay for you to beg for your life to the person who killed your men?
A knight's duty is to protect their master. I'm sure the knights will be happy if I'm safe.
I never met such a selfish human. No, a demon. Since I took care of you today, sorry I'm late. Anime juke, it's all fine. It's all good. And then around this demon girl, she has like this cutesy sparkles and flowers behind her. Like she has a wholesome air about her, even though she's a demon. I don't really want to stab her with that human-like appearance.
An opening.
Oh, she wants to try and stab Jin. And she tries to, but fails. Because Tusk is there to make him intangible. Yo, Tusk coming in clutch. What do you think you're doing? Tusk has used skill Hymn of Protection.
If you spare my life, I'll give you whatever you want.
I can't tell if she's shameless or just optimistic. The entry pass. Can you get it? Tusk has used skill Gravitation Magic and starts to levitate the demon girl off the ground.
The entry pass is being protected by our clan. If you can bring me back home unharmed, I can give you the entry.
Demons are protecting the entry pass? I was wondering why it wasn't showing up, but I didn't expect it to be kept somewhere else for protection.
I even know where the entry passes for the higher floors are being kept. I can guide you to them if you can guarantee the safety of my life and my clan.
How tempting. The problem is whether I can trust this girl or not. And then she blushes as Jin gets really close to her and stares at her with glowing eyes. Can I trust you? And he just starts to ooze out overwhelming power. I enjoy the challenge like it's super simple, but at times you want to scream because when you die, if you don't collect your spirit, you lose all your money like Neo and Dark Souls. Oh, I know that feeling. Can I trust you? And then she's just covered in sweat and her eyes shrink in fear.
I wasn't lying.
Skill Bloodlust activated. So he used Bloodlust to intimidate her to find out if she was lying or not.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. If you can give me the entry pass, I'll leave this place quietly.
Thank you.
But first, just who the heck are you guys? And then, back in Japan, it shows the ant, the flying two-legged ant, in front of what looks to be a police officer, and the police officer is just shivering in fear. Is the ant eating something? I think it might be eating something. And then it pricks his head up, and all we see is just the police officer screaming. And then the ant flies away. Oh, that's not good. If it's flying, yeah, the dude's dead. Dude is dead. There is not much left of his body. Even though it's in shadow, he was eaten alive. But not all of them was in. Okay, he ate a whole bunch of people. The ant is flying away, and even though it is slightly faded in the background, there are a lot of bodies behind this singular ant. Can you imagine if a whole colony of these things just flew over? It'd be a massacre if it weren't for the hunters, but this singular ant just pretty much massacred this whole town. And now we're back at the Demon Castle again.
I am Lady Essel, eldest daughter of the Raider clan. Our clan is...
I wasn't asking about that. What should I ask in order to get a straight answer from a monster? Do you constantly hear voices in your head to kill humans?
Huh? No, but we hear a different kind of voice. To protect the area we reside in. As she stares at the large demon tower in the background. The objective of these monsters is different than the gate monsters. The gate monster's objective is to kill humans, and the dungeon monster's objective is to protect the entrant in the instance dungeon. Then does that mean I am like the gate monsters to these dungeon monsters? When did you start hearing the voices? The moment we opened our eyes here.
Opened their eyes here? Does that mean these demons used to live somewhere else? This could be a clue to figuring out the nature of the system. Then where were you before opening your eyes here?
In the demon world. Before we knew it, we ended up here.
What were you doing in the demon world? And then her eyes start to kind of glitch out a little bit. And in a glitched speech box, she says,
War. We were preparing for war.
It's almost like she's in a trance the way she's looking right now. Preparing for war? Wait. Preparing for war? Against who? And that's the end of chapter 82. Alright, continuing to 83. Chapter 83. War. War against what?
Yes, it was a war against an enemy so powerful that all the demons were required to gather together. You have surpassed the allotted amount of information. The conversation will be interrupted. You have Oh, and she keeps repeating this over and over. Is she glitching out? Is this really is this really a game? Because now he can't answer any more questions. She's behaving like an NPC now. Instead of, like a actual living being. Again, it's the same thing that happened to Baruka. The system is forcibly blocking off the conversation. That must mean that talking with her can provide some sort of clue. Leveling up, instant dungeons, quests, rewards, and penalties. Since everything has been like a video game, it wouldn't be strange if monsters had a video game-like backstory. Who is the powerful enemy you mentioned? And then she passes out as she no longer behaves like an NPC. Essel! And she's out cold. The system has reacted strongly to the identity of the enemy. If that enemy has a transcendental power and is trying to influence me or the earth for some reason, then the enemy that the demons fought, maybe they're the key. Then all of a sudden, something appears out of the air. What the heck is this? It's a monster! Attack it quickly! Oh, we got hunters. Is this still in Japan? Because it looks like someone just got killed. They were holding a staff, and the staff is literally cut in half along with the person who was holding it. Can't tell the state of the person because all you see is just a big old river of blood just shooting out of their body. Well, shooting out of the direction of their body. All you see is really just their hand and the other half of the staff that got cut. Is it the ant? It's a monster! Attack it quickly! It's not a normal and before he can even say anything, he is beheaded. What's with that thing? It attacked the healer first! The weakest hunters, E-ranks, were the first ones to get killed. After reducing our numbers, it killed our healer next to weaken us even more. The monster knows they will be at a disadvantage if the battle drags on. Don't tell me it has some form of intelligence. Yep, it's that one ant. It's even starting to massacre the hunters now. And it's smart enough to take out the weak ones first and then the support.
so that whoever is left has no means to defend themselves or prolong the battle. This singular ant by himself is outclassing all these hunters that are trying to fight it. Now, it has not gone up against any A or S ranks yet, so we have yet to see just how strong it is, but it's destroyed cars are on fire, and apparently there is a camera inside one of these cars as it records the ant. That's all the footage of the ant caught by the black box. Is that Woo? Is that Woo? The mutant ant that infiltrated the island was eliminated within the day. The mutant ant was also first discovered on a small island close to where it was eliminated. It must have moved away after finishing the hunt there. Thanks to the hunters who answered the emergency call, they were able to eliminate the threat. Okay, so they were able to kill the ant. Casualties among the hunters are 4 E-rank hunters, 1 D-rank healer, and 1 C-rank leader. The decisive factor in eliminating the mutant ant was an A-rank hunter that joined in late. To be brief, in order to kill 1 mutant ant, we need the strength of at least 1 A-rank hunter. The number of civilians killed by the ant was 294. And the number of dispatch hunters was 108. Yo! It killed 294 civilians. And 108 hunters. Since the mutant ant can fly and has the ability to sense danger and escape, Japan's Hunter Association evaluated that the dispatch number was not an excessive amount. No, I'm wrong. The number of hunters they dispatched was 108, but the number of people it killed was 294. Japan is one of the most advanced countries in Asia in terms of the hunter system, and for Japan to have this many casualties, what would happen if the mutant ants were to fly over to South Korea? Just like Japan, our nation has a lot of islands, and we can't afford to monitor all of them. Oh, the chairman's here. The island that was attacked is 150 kilometers away from Jeju Island. If the ant can fly that far, and not just to the coastal provinces, it means they can at least fly to Mokpo. That means if the mutant ants were to fly in any other direction, they could easily reach Jindo Island or Wando country. Oh, it almost sounds like Wando. They're more like a bee than an ant. Ow! Bit the side of my tongue. Ow! That hurts, especially when it's in the back. That is so uncomfortable. Ow. South Korea doesn't have the manpower like Japan to dispatch hunters to every island. Even if we were to dispatch 1 or 2 low-rank hunters, they would just become food. Who will help South Korea in a situation such as this? A nation that has a lot of hunters, but also a lot of lands to protect, like China or Russia? The United States, who refused to help the first time when the S-rank gate opened. Why did the why, you know what, it actually doesn't surprise me that the United States refused to help, because I just feel like the country's all like, what's in it for us if we help you? What a headache. Chairman Go-Gun-Hee. Chifu Jin-Chul, what's wrong? I didn't reveal this during the meeting earlier, but there's someone who contacted us in top secrecy. Top secrecy? Who? Hunter Huang Dong-Su from the Scavenger Guild. He said he would cooperate in the upcoming Jeju Island raid. What an obvious ploy. Yes, his true objective is Sung Jin Woo. And the result? Due to the trouble with the hunter Bayek Yoon Ho during the Red Gate incident, we sent a request for denial of entry to the country. But Hunter Huang Dong-Su isn't the only hunter that contacted us. There's more? It was from a nation-level hunter. Yo! We get to see someone who's above S rank! It was from a nation-level hunter. Chairman Go-Gun-Hee, would you like to go see what he's about with me? And whoever this dude is, he is mad tall, he's got a Hawaiian shirt on, and he's just chilling. Who is this dude? And Essel wakes up. We're back in the demon castle realm again.
Huh? When did I fall asleep?
Are you awake? It seems like demons aren't very friendly to each other. These guys were trying to attack you. And there's just a mound of demon bodies right where Essel was laying.
Don't tell me. You protected me while I was asleep? Thank you. Demons without intellect don't consider demons with intellect as the same race.
How far is the place with the entry pass? And there's a giant castle in the distance, just surrounded by fire. Unsurprising. A demon castle inside a demon castle.
Where's my father?
He's currently in the throne room. Lady Essel, who's that man behind you?
He's an important guest, so show some courtesy. Father! Father, I brought a guest!
Is this the throne room? If I fought my way here, it would have been a boss battle. Essel, you! Who in the world did you bring here?
Father, this man is a guest, so...
Just what kind of guest comes to someone else's home with an army?
Huh?
Essel, can't you see it with your eyes? There are countless soldiers hidden in that man's shadow. Is he someone with a good insight? Oh, he knows. You dare to bring your soldiers into my home? And then all the demons around Jin draw their swords.
Father!
I promise, Essel, I will leave this place quietly if you hand over the entry pass to me. Is he the man that's been killing the demons at a tremendous rate and climbing the tower? Despite being one of nobility, the Raider clan is one of the weakest among the 20 demon noble clans. I heard he defeated Vulcan and Matus. Will we be able to deal with him? The entry pass. Is that all you want? One more thing. And he puts his hand on Essel's shoulder. I want to borrow her for a bit. Essel knows where the rest of entry passes are. I will need her to guide me to the locations of each of them. But did I say something wrong? And then Essel's father is just like seething mad and he doesn't like this request, and Essel's just blushing from Jin having his hand on her shoulder. And that's the end of chapter 83. Onwards to chapter 84. We're doing this at a very smooth pace. I like how things are going as of right now. Now it's taking a bit to load. I'm making sure that... Okay, the chapter loaded. I got concerned there. Don't scare me like that. And now he's in front of a big feast. That reminds me, I need to eat lunch once the stream is over. A guide? You're okay with just the entry pass and a guide? He must have misunderstood me when I said I wanted to borrow Essel. It hurts my pride to cut a deal with a human, but had I known this monstrous human was the master of those black soldiers, I would have fought him to begin with. You won't put my daughter in danger, correct? A monster that worries for his daughter. I will keep my promise. All right. And then he just summons up a shadow demon person? And they have the entry pass. Is it really the entry pass? Pass to enter the 81st floor of the demon castle, usable in the floor movement magic circle on the 80th floor. Do I have to obtain entry passes from each clan from now on? Will you be able to leave right away? He asked Essel. Yes. Demon Noble has requested for a party. A party system. Party members can access the movement magic circle and, depending on the contribution, possibly share experience. Sharing experience with party members. But if the amount of experience shared depends on the contribution. If there's a battle, make sure you don't interfere. I will take care of it myself. And then she lightly blushes as she says, yes. And she has a light smile on her face. Okay, another waifu for Jin, it seems. And Jin just looks at her. Doesn't do anything. Are you fine with not riding your horse? Only the party members can access the movement magic circle, so I can't bring my horse with me. Sir Jin Woo, please hold on a minute. And she gets some alcohol out. This is the alcohol that the head of the Garshi clan loves.
My father prepared items that each of the clan heads will appreciate.
Why?
If we bring these with us, the negotiations will go more smoothly.
Negotiations? Are you guys friendly with the Garshi clan by any chance?
No. Since the clans have always disputed over rankings back in the demon world. But they're not someone we're hostile with.
Then it's fine. You just wait here. Yeah, I won't take long. And he just walks into another castle area with his shadow preparing all of his soldiers. It only took a few minutes for the flames to erupt along with the screaming from the Garshi clan's castle. And now we're back in the real world at the Hunter Association. You're very fluent in English, but certainly I didn't mishear you just now. The fact that South Korea's 10th S-rank hunter Sung Jin Woo, or whatever whereabouts, is currently unknown. He's very elusive, so our monitoring division is having a bit of a hard time locating him. How can I trust you? I might give him this surfer dude type attitude, just because of the way he's dressed. South Korea's Hunter Association isn't foolish enough to lie in front of a nation-level hunter. I see. Right, I heard that our Hwang Dong-soo came to South Korea and caused some sort of ruckus. Since he also has the dignity of an S-rank hunter, we're in no position. Since he also has the dignity of an S-rank hunter, we are in no position to push him around. Hwang Dong-soo? He's speaking like Hunter Hwang Dong-soo has completely fallen into the United States' hands now. Well, Sung Jin Woo is one thing, but I also came here to request South Korea's Hunter Association to deny Hwang Dong-soo's entry into the country, but you seem to have already dealt with that problem. Yes, you are correct. Then this talk will finish earlier than I anticipated. I'll call again if there's something else for me to request. I don't have a small build, but I'm like a little child in front of him. I heard that South Korea is distressed over the Jeju Island situation. Did I make you look forward by coming here? I do want to help with the Jeju Island raid, but I'm a busy man, so it's too bad. But of course, it'd be a different story if South Korea had the capital to hire me. I'll be on my way now. I got a plane to catch. Can a hunter from a monitoring division accompany you? Do whatever you want. I almost forgot. Make sure our talk just now doesn't leak to the outside. Something about this dude. Okay, so we all saw how big Chairman Go-Gun he is, but this nation level hunter is like twice his size and just twice as wide. It's like Thor standing in front of Hulk. That's how big he is. So that's the nation-level hunter. Chief Woo Jin-choo. Do you think looking forward to his presence in the upcoming Jeju Island raid was just a delusion? Chairman, don't worry. Japan's cooperation has already been confirmed. And there's someone flying in from Japan. A hunter from Japan's enormous guild will be visiting South Korea today. And back at the Demon Castle, defeated a Demon Knight, defeated a Demon Noble. Jin is now level 887. I was about to say 807. They seem to give a lot of experience since their levels are high. And Igris has reached the maximum level! Yo! A promotion is available due to reaching the required level. The Shadow will be promoted if the Monarch's permission is given. What? Igris is about to be promoted into a more powerful form? Dude is already broken! Shadow monster level... Okay, so Tank is maxed out. Igris is maxed out. What about Iron? It seems like I can promote their rank if they reach max level. Igris has requested permission for a promotion. Do you accept their requests? I accept. Ooh, what is their new ranks now?
And then dark energy starts to swirl around Igris, and dark energy starts to swirl around Tank. Knight Igris has been promoted from rank Knight to rank Elite Knight. Elite Shadow Monster Tank has been promoted from rank Elite to rank Knight. And shadows higher than rank Knight can be named. Choose a name for the soldier. Have you decided on Tank? And then, yo! Igris, level 1, rank Elite Knight. Yo, he looks even more awesome now. His armor went from being just like the soldier armor he had before to being more angular, more spiky, and more detailed. He still's got that red plume in the back, so it's at least that stuck with him, but yo, Igris done had a major upgrade. An aura of a different league. With this, Igris has obtained the strength of an S rank. And Tank has upgraded as well. He looks even more ferocious. Tank level 1, rank Knight. And Tank has obtained the strength of a high-end A rank.
Sir Jin Woo?
You don't need to add sir.
Jin Woo, sir, do you know how many clans you have destroyed so far?
Since this is the 89th floor, excluding your clan, shouldn't it be 9?
Starting from the 90th floor, each one will be supervised by clans of high-ranked nobles. They're at a completely different league. If you can persuade them, they might just hand over the entry passes to you, just like my clan.
If I was weaker than your clan, would you have negotiated with me? He does bring up a good point. That's how it is. You said that there's always a fierce competition between the demon clans due to rankings. I'll boost the Raidus clan to first place.
My clan is called Raider. Jin Woo, sir, would you excuse my clan?
Oh, wait.
Jin Woo, sir, why did you excuse my clan?
Because I took a liking to you.
Huh?
Just like Jin Ho, am I somehow compatible with people that have clumsy personalities or something? And thus ends chapter 84. Yep, Jin's got another waifu. Onwards to chapter 85. We are at the halfway mark. And how much time has passed? Only 42 minutes. We're doing a lot better than I was expecting. Let me just bring that page back up. Chapter 85. Just as Essel said, the difficulty suddenly increased on the 90th floor. Let me slide up so I ain't gotta slouch so much. Just as Essel said, the difficulty suddenly increased on the 90th floor. The monster's level and the numbers are in a different league that can't be compared to the lower floors. Despite increasing my intelligence, it seemed insignificant with how my mana was being heavily consumed. That just shows how often the Shadow Soldiers are regenerating after being destroyed. And now he's on the 97th floor. He's getting closer to the 100th. That doesn't mean it was possible for me to get past 90th floor through luck. And now he's level 90. Jin is just becoming insurmountably more powerful. What happens when he reaches level 100? Can he promote himself? And then get stronger even more? Even the rank 4 Peitos clan and rank 5 Ricado clan. Are the other
humans also as strong as Sir Jin Woo?
Well, maybe about 2 people. Go Gun-hee and Cha Hae-in. Those 2 definitely felt stronger than the other S ranks. Based on their aura, Cha Hae-in was few leagues ahead of Choi Jong-in, who is known as the ultimate soldier. In other words, there are power gaps within the S rank. Rather, since S ranks are immeasurable, they may have bigger power gaps compared to other ranks. I was compared to Chairman Go Kun-hee back then, but it may be different now that I've reached the top floors. Oh yeah! Since they last evaluated him, his power has grown exponentially. And since he's a hunter who can grow stronger continuously, he might be getting closer and closer, slowly but surely, to possibly nation-level hunter if he just keeps getting more powerful and his skills keep leveling up, and his soldiers keep leveling up and keep getting promoted. You go back to your floor now. I'll take care of it myself from here.
Huh? Am I no longer useful to you?
What an interesting girl, even to the end. You've done well until now. Thank you. And she doesn't say anything as she's upset.
No, I want to come with you. I want to see the outcome of your fight.
And then he doesn't say anything. He just says, do as you please. Moving to the 98th floor. Incheon International Airport. And there's a dude making his way off the plane. There's some kind of commotion. S-rank hunter Koto Ryuji. There's someone strong here at the airport. Stronger than Kyoto-san? No way. There's no way that such a person would be at a place like this. I'm sorry, I was late due to the crowd. It's fine, as there's something going on in the airport. A hunter from the United States came to South Korea on personal business, so it's nothing to worry about. A hunter from the United States? Was it something to do with the current situation? This way. And then there's a chairman. This man is the only hunter that can rival Liu Xiang in Asia. Koto. Oh, this is the chairman speaking. This man is the only hunter that can rival Liu Xiang in Asia. Koto Ryuji. He's definitely no ordinary man. There are currently 21 S-rank hunters in Japan, and 11 of them are part of Koto Ryuji's guild, Draw Sword. Unlike the structure of South Korea with 5 different guilds competing with each other, a single guild possesses all the authority there. There is no question that Koto Ryuji's guild is the biggest one in Asia after the guild in China. My name is Hanekawa, and I will be in charge of translating. I will relay Koto-san's words from here on out. Due to the disaster that occurred a few days ago, we have decided that we can no longer neglect Jeju Island anymore. Hence, we promise our full-fledged support to South Korea. Full-fledged support? In short, the reason why I came here is, how about we unite and create an allied force composed of elite hunters? Allied force? Are you saying that you would like to create an allied force and attack the ant colony? That's right. I know that Japan's top hunters are I know that Japan's top hunters. I had to take a moment to figure out who was speaking there. I know that Japan's top hunters are excellent, but it's too dangerous to enter Jeju Island. Since it's an S-rank gate, we have prepared a suitable plan for it. This is the data we collected from investigating the ants. Each ant is as strong as a top-rank hunter, but they have a fatal weakness. Lifespan. The ants have a lifespan of 1 year.
Oh yeah, so all we gotta do is just wait out a whole year and then they'll all die. That's just a perfect plan. What do you plan to do? Just wait it out?
In other words, if we can eliminate the queen, all the other ants will die naturally after a year, and Jeju Island will be free of their presence. Only have to eliminate the queen ant. It may seem more realistic than eliminating every ant on the island. But getting rid of a single queen ant is no different than eliminating thousands of soldier ants. Do you know that ants are willing to die for their queen? Of course, we will have to break through a defensive line of thousands of ants, but the tides will change if all of them were to leave their ant tunnel. Is such a thing possible? It happened a total of 3 times in the past, when the South Korean hunters landed on Jeju Island for the raid. On all 3 occasions, the ants left their tunnels and swarmed the hunters. There's no way! It's the result that's been confirmed by our very own magic detection techniques. Please refer to the data for a detailed 10 of the 11 S-rank hunters in my guild, including myself, plan on participating in the upcoming Jeju Island raid. We will take on the role of drawing in the soldier ant's attention, while the South Korean hunters take care of the queen ant. The rest of the members will soon enter the country. 10 S-rank hunters, including Koto Ryuji? And the chairman can only look on. If 10 S-rank hunters were to draw in the attention of the ants, only the queen and a few guards will be left in the tunnel. Our S-rank hunters will split into teams and launch an attack from all directions. The ants will rush to the location of our attacks, leaving the queen alone in the tunnel. The South Korean S-rank hunters will infiltrate the island through a helicopter, eliminate the queen, and leave the island in the same helicopter. There's definitely a possibility. But why is Kota Ryuji willing to support us to the extent of bringing along all his S-rank members except for one? Every nation-level hunter has a record of clearing S-rank gates. If you look at my performances until now, after the Jeju Island raid, I should climb to the point where it wouldn't be weird for me to also receive the title of nation-level hunter. So that's why he's doing it. He's doing it because he wants to get known, he wants to gain the title of nation-level hunter if this succeeds. There will be national interest just from the emergence of nation-level hunters from Japan. Since it's an S-rank gate, 10 members will participate to be on the safe side. The danger must be minimized. There's no reason for South Korea to refuse. It's not the right path, but it can't be helped in order to become a nation-level hunter. He's only doing this to become a nation-level hunter. Sure, it's helping the world out at large, but he's really doing this for his own ambitions. Compared to Japan, South Korea only has 8 S-rankers. eight S-rank hunters. I got so tongue-tied there for a second. Excluding myself and Min Byung-Gu, who has retired, there are actually only 6 hunters that can participate. This diversion tactic can't be used with only South Korean hunters. The problem is, can we successfully kill the S-rank dungeon's boss, the Queen Ant? Is it possible for us? It definitely is possible if Jin Woo, the man who took care of an S-rank gate boss by himself, can cooperate with other S-rank hunters. The ants are evolving at an alarming rate. We don't know where the entire ant population will gain the ability to fly. We can't wait any longer. I understand. After reviewing the data, we will submit a concrete operation plan. And then we're back at the Demon Castle, and Jin has raised some more levels again. He's now level 93. Can't wait to see his stats when it shows it to us. This is the 100th floor. He's on the 100th floor, and it looks like a dragon is flying in. It looks like a dragon. A white dragon? And there's someone riding it! Yo! It's a red-eyes white dragon. Demon King Baron. This is the boss that Jin has to defeat in order to get that last ingredient for that holy water of life. But this man is riding on a dragon that looks like it's coursing with electricity. A white dragon, and he has a massive greatsword in his hands. Think of the Nameless King from Dark Souls, but instead of a giant spear, he has like a giant greatsword that has energy swirling around it. It's no ordinary aura. Can I win? And the Demon King just looks at him. Kinda reminds me of Trigon in a little bit, except no red body, and he actually wears armor. Can I win against him? Draw Sword! Second largest guild in Asia. There are 11 S-rank hunters. Due to the sheer size and the power of the guild, they even take on tasks requested from overseas. Draw Sword is pretty much that big of a guild. But that is the end of chapter 85, onwards to 86. Let's see what happens. And it's just a recap of Jin wondering if he can defeat the Demon King himself. Chapter 86!
What's with this sharp and intense bloodlust? It's my first time meeting him. He's the Demon King Baron!
The aura he's emitting. Even Essel can sense it. An enemy that can fly. This is going to be annoying. Wyvern Kaiselin. Kaiselin. That's what the name of the dragon is. Kaiselin. Wyvern. Other than the horse that Essel was riding, this is my first time seeing a non-demon demonkin. Guess mounts are different. And then the wyvern takes off. Wait, if it's not a demon, it may be possible for me to extract its shadow. Demon King is using skill Hell's Army, and he brings up multiple gates. Demon soldiers have been summoned. Demon knights have been summoned. Demon generals have been summoned. So, it looks like the Demon King can summon stuff as well. I don't think he's not a necromancer, but it looks like Jin may have found someone that can kind of match him in terms of similar abilities. But it remains to be seen if it's enough.
And in this long panel, it's just a horde of demons just preparing to bear down on Jin and Essel. I really hope I'm saying her name right, because her name is just S-E-S-I-L. Essel. Or is it Essel? Essel. Is it Essel or Essel? I don't know.
Demon Knights and Generals are
at least A-rank monsters, and there are over 100 of them. Just from a glance, I can see more than 1,000 demons. Is it finally starting?
Sir Jin Woo, what should we do?
And it shows the demons preparing to go to war.
Sir Jin Woo!
And they all start running towards Jin. Not yet. And they all start to bear down on Jin until... he uses Domain of the Monarch! Oh, some of these demons are about to get wrecked because now all of his shadows are about to be mad powerful. And since he's promoted Igris and Tank, this is gonna be a way for them to level up very quickly. Though it remains to be seen if Igris and Tank at level 1 of their promotion can easily take out these demons. I mean, if they start leveling up during the fight, then it'll just become easier and easier and easier for them to do it. But Jin uses Domain of the Monarch. Come out! And one demon launches at him and roars at him, but before it can even finish roaring, it is impaled by a lot of demons are all impaled by spears and swords out of the shadows. Just think Neja's ability from Warframe to impale enemies on spears and stuff. That's pretty much what Jin just did to a lot of these demons. And then out of the shadows comes all of his soldiers as well. Then we got bigger demons bearing down on Jin. And then, yo, here's the boys! It's the boys! Tank, Iron, Igris, and Tusk! They all start wrecking shop and beating up on all the demons. And you what did I just say in my last stream? What would happen if Tusk uses the Orb of Avarice? I mean, he can already, using the Orb of Avarice tremendously increases his power. And when he increases his size and combines it with all his different hymns and spells and everything, he essentially can just becomes a nuclear destruction machine. Now he's being buffed by the Domain of the Monarch. So how much more powerful is he going to be now? Oh, I can't wait to see. But in these fantastic panels, we are seeing everybody we're seeing all of his generals using their best skills. Tusk is using skill Hymn of Combustion, and he starts to charge up magic and just incinerates a large portion of the demon army that was charging at them before.
Amazing! I may have made it to the highest floor, but it's my first time actually watching him battle. But that's Demon King Baran, the ruler of this place, and he's an invader. He's someone that must be eliminated. Who am I supposed to side with?
And then it shows a demon. Oh, wait. Is that his wyvern? Is that his wyvern charging up magic? Yeah, it's his wyvern charging up electrical magic in the air. And it turns into a lightning storm that starts to rain down on all of his soldiers.
It's no ordinary lightning.
Buff. Status effect has been removed due to the effects of immunity. And Jin is using his cloak to shield both himself and Essel from the damage. Status effect has been removed due to Jin being immune. It's an AoE magic with the ability to stun enemies. If I'm not able to stop that magic, my shadow soldiers will be torn to shreds, and my mana will run out completely. Then Jin quickly jumps away from Essel and just ninja jumps up the top of the tower and aims for the wyvern. I must get the wings first. And before Jin can even touch the wings, the Demon King blocks Jin's dagger with his sword. His glowing blue sword. And then tries to swipe at Jin, but Jin manages to... No! He hit Jin! He smacked Jin! and Jin got cratered into the ground. Jin felt that. Ugh. And then he looks on as it looks like the Demon King is able to charge up the same electrical magic in his mouth as preparing to literally explode it onto Jin, and he lets it go. And Jin just narrowly dodges the attack, but the Demon King is just constantly shooting it out, following Jin wherever he goes. Fast, it's going to catch up to me. There's a limit to how much my robe can absorb the damage. Then there's a giant fire blast that comes up and starts to do a beam clash with the beam from the Demon King. Who is that? Is that Tusk? It's Tusk! The Demon King and Tusk are having a beam clash of power. Demon King using whatever skill he's using, and Tusk using the dragon fire he's using, and they're both just clashing with one another in terms of power. Which one is stronger, though? It looks like it looks like it starts to bear down on the Demon King in Kaiserlin. Guess giving the orb to Tusk ended up being worthwhile. Oh, wow. Tusk managed to burn the entire wing, the same wing that Jin was trying to take out. Tusk ended up burning that wing completely off, causing the Demon King to fall and his dragon to fall as well. You finally come down. I was getting pretty tired from looking up. And the Demon King is not happy and just starts to walk towards him. And that's the end of chapter 86. Yo, Jin is about to fight the Demon King. Since he got rid of the dragon, his shadow soldiers can keep fighting. Wow. Why is it that when I look at these images, they almost look like they're moving? Like, they're not just still images. I can see these things being animated and these things happening on the pages. Like, the Demon King is walking towards Jin. Even though it's a still image, I can see it being animated in front of my eyes. How is that possible? How are you able to do this? And I'm looking at some of the comments underneath this page. It says, I felt like the picture was actually moving. And then another person says, when you're so immersed in the manhwa, you feel like it's actually moving. That's when you know the fight's getting good. Oh yes, I am getting immersed in this, that I'm actually seeing this thing actually playing out in front of my eyes as if it was a moving image. That's how good it is. But that was the end of chapter 86, onwards to chapter 87. Come on, load up those sweet, sweet pages. I need to see them. Occasionally, there are certain skills that don't consume mana. Dominator's Touch and Shadow Soldiers are generally like that. Dominator's Touch can control and influence physical objects, but the proficiency will vary depending on the weight of the object. Nevertheless, it doesn't consume mana. Also, since Shadow Soldier is summoning soldiers that I already have saved, it doesn't require mana. If they animated this, I can see a Naruto-style method with a chapter for 2 episodes. It's too much greatness to limit a chapter per episode. At the same time, if solo leveling gets animated, it has to be done by an animation team that can do these pages justice. It can't just be some subpart team that the company just wants to push out episodes repeatedly one after the other. No, let it be someone who did like the first season of 7 Deadly Sins, or the first season of One Punch Man, or whoever does the animations for My Hero Academia. Let it be one of those 3 different animation teams who does it. People who can actually give these still images the quality that they deserve. Because as good as this manhwa is, it needs to be done by an animation studio that has the skill to do it. Toei should not touch it. I agree. It needs to be done by an animation studio that will not cut corners in order to put out episodes quickly. It needs to be done thoroughly and professionally, and with the love and care that the author has taken the time to literally draw all of this. it needs to be done by them. But it's a different. Let me go back. Also, since Shadow Soldier is summoning soldiers that I already have saved, it doesn't require mana. But it's a different story when they're destroyed by enemies. Destroyed soldiers will consume mana to regenerate, and if there's no mana left, the soldiers will return back to my shadow. That's why it's important to increase the intelligence stat to expand my maximum mana. But both his battle prowess and mana are immense. What's the principle behind his soldiers? If the destroyed soldiers don't regenerate, he should be constantly consuming huge amounts of mana to re-summon them. And it shows Jin's mana dropping down, as it shows the Demon King walking towards him. Body in shadow, sword in hand, hair literally blazing white with fire. Chapter 87. Wow, this is the first time the images behind the chapter itself have not been in white, but have been in had a pure black background. This must be an epic fight. And it shows the Demon King using his Bolo-Bresse again. It doesn't have a name, but I'm just calling it that because it reminds me of Kaido's Bolo-Bresse, except it's blue, white, fiery, instead of, classic fiery like Kaido is. Tusk is using skill Hymn of Protection. And it's being blocked by Tusk. Man, it's a good thing Jin managed to take the soul of the sorcerer boss from that high orc stronghold he went to. I'm gradually losing mana. It's not giving me any chance to replenish. Yeah, and he's already hit the 2000s and from his 7,000 limit of magic. He's already in the 2000s of that right now. The mana consumption for regenerating high-rank soldiers is even greater, but that doesn't mean I should avoid receiving their help. I must finish this fight before my mana is completely drained. Then we got Iron fighting, trying to fight the Demon King. And the Demon King punches in the direction of Tank's weapon and literally destroys it. Punching in the direction. He doesn't punch it. He just punches in its direction. And it just disintegrates. And then Iron is stabbed in the face by his sword. And then the Demon King charges it with energy and just literally explodes Iron's head and his body. Then Igris tries to pop up. What you about to do, Igris? And slices downwards towards the Demon King. But the Demon King catches the sword and smiles. Then he proceeds to Bolo-Bresse the upper half of Igris' body and put him out of commission. Skill Vital Strike activated. And he tries to use Vital Strike. Jin tries to use Vital Strike on the Demon King, but the Demon King easily blocks both hits. He parried Vital Strike. Then the Demon King grabs his head before Jin can even react and holds him up. But before he's able to slice into Jin, the weapons of both Iron and Igris raise out of the ground. And Jin manages to take his other dagger and stab the Demon King in the chest. And then Igris' sword manages to impale the arm that was holding the Demon King's sword. So the Demon King has been cut into his left arm, and he's also been cut into his right arm by Igris' sword, and he's dropped his broadsword. Then the Demon King's eyes flare up, and he roars out loud, and the shockwave is powerful enough to dissipate Igris' sword. The shockwave from him roaring encompasses the entire area and knocks Jin away, who just barely manages to right himself. Then the Demon King summons new swords into his hand, like dark versions of did he just summon daggers just to emulate Jin? These look like daggers. They don't look as long as swords. I think he's just summoned daggers to his hands. Then Jin readies himself, and it shows both he and the Demon King just since he wasn't able to get his greatsword back, he just decided to summon demon daggers And now he's going to fight Jin the same way Jin was fighting him. And he rushes at him. Rushes at him with enough they both rush at each other. This was a long panel, I couldn't really tell. They both rush at each other. The shockwave from them dashing forward, tearing up the environment, and, multiple sonic booms, anime-style sonic booms from them trying to rush each other. And they both start to clash. Demon King tries to wind up for a blow. Jin blocks it. Skill Vital Strike activated. Demon King blocks it. And they're both just swiping at each other like mad, crazy fast in order to get a hit in. And while this is going on, the Demon King charges up another Borobrese at this distance, and Jin tries to block it with his daggers. And he deflects it, and he manages to launch the blast upward. Not only that, no, he didn't. By deflecting the blast upwards, he also sent his daggers flying into the air as well. Darn, my daggers! Then it shows the Demon King with a mad grin on his face preparing to impale Jin, and Jin catches both of his hands. But Jin is struggling as he says, what a tremendous power! And then the Demon King opens his mouth again, and Jin is wondering, again? Does his mana not have a limit? He charges up, and then the Demon King is hit in the head by something before he can charge up. Is that a double-ended sword? Who did that? Was that Essel? It was Essel! It was Essel! She threw her double-ended sword at him! And then the Demon King looked over him like, you what? Now's the chance, together with all my strength stat, and the power of Dominator's Touch. Skill Dominator's Touch activated. Demon King notices, and Jin pulls off both of the Demon King's arms. Can the Demon King regenerate before I get hyped over this? Blood is coming out of the wound. Blood is coming out of the arms, out of the wound. Let's end this! And then it shows Jin just using his bare hands to Shoryuken the Demon King straight in the head. And he hits him so hard, he obliterates his head. Decapitation! Decapitates the Demon King with a single uppercut.
Sir Jin Woo!
You've defeated Demon King Baron. He better get some good stuff after defeating the Demon King. Obtained Baron's Soul. Normal quest, collect Demon Souls Part 2 has been completed.
Sir Jin Woo!
Essel, go and inform your father. That Raidus clan is now first place.
Sir Jin Woo!
And she has tears in her eyes.
My clan is Raider.
Level 97. And that's the end of chapter 87. Yo! Jin resulting to using hand-to-hand combat to beat the Demon King. It is so insane. Just think about how Jin started out. He started out as the weakest hunter, and now he's defeating the most powerful demon in all of the Demon Castle. Just by punching him and punching his head straight off. Chapter 88, we gotta look at more. What happens next? What kind of drops? What are the drops? Is RNGesus good to him? Chapter 88. And it's the sunrise. No more fire around anywhere. The demon castles are picking up all the mana crystals and picking up everything. Discovered item Demon Monarch's Ring. Discovered item Demon King's Longsword. Discovered item Demon King's Daggers, 2 of them. Discovered item 2 Baron Horns. Discovered ingredient item Purified Blood of the Demon King. He has it. He has what he needs to make the holy water of life for his mom. The Demon Monarch's Ring. With this ring, I've unlocked all the set effects. With the Demon Monarch item, we get description. Item, Demon Monarch's Ring. Item class, S. Type, accessory.
plus 20 in senses, and plus 20 in intelligence. The set effect will activate if this item is equipped along with Demon Monarch's Earring and Demon Monarch's Ring. Set 1 effect, plus 5 to all stats, and set 2 effect, plus 10 to all stats. And he has all of them now. Wait, actually, hold on. Rather than the set item, this is the highlight. Discovered! Ingredient item, Purified Blood of the Demon King. Purified Blood of the Demon King. Ingredient item, Purified Blood of the Demon King, item class unknown. Fluid created by purifying blood from the monarch of the demons. It's radiating powerful magical energy, and despite the purification, there's still a bit of toxicity left, and must be mixed with the World Tree's fragment and spring water of the echoing forest to use it as a medicine. Consumable Holy Water of Life. 3 of 3 items obtained. Hey, I'm Sir. Sorry I didn't acknowledge you when you popped in here. My apologies.
Sir Jin Woo, are you alright?
Craft Holy Water of Life. Craft. Crafting Holy Water of Life. Crafting. The success rate and number of items crafted will depend on the crafter's intelligence stat. 10. 9. The success rate and the number of items crafted will depend on my intelligence stat. If I knew about this beforehand, I would have spent all my stats on intelligence.
Are you talking about crafting ability? I'm sure it'll work out fine since it's Sir Jin Woo.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crafting successful. Oh, I actually got a little bit nervous there. I would have been sad if he wasn't able to make it for his mom. Crafted item, Holy Water of Life, times 6. Wow, he's crafted 6 of them. So much for my idea of Jin having to choose between using the Holy Water of Life on his mom or Jino's father, since he's coming down with the eternal slumber sickness as well. He's got 6 of them. Yes! Huh? I lost a bit of the blood of the Demon King in the World Tree's fragment, but the spring of the water of the echoing force is completely gone. Ingredient, Purified Blood of the Demon King, still 1 of 1. World Tree's fragment, 1 of 1. Spring water of the echoing forest, none of those. Does it only consume the exact required amount instead of using them entirely? So this is the Holy Water of Life. Holy Water of Life, item class S. Type consumable. A mysterious potion that can cure any illness with powerful magic. The effect will only take place if the entire bottle is emptied. Can this item really cure my mother's illness? I want to go back to the hospital right away and check it out. Then it shows Tank dragging the body of the wyvern over to Jin. I have brought you a kill, master. Please praise me. And Iron is just smiling as other soldiers are all like, "You did good, bro." Iron, what's with you? You're also getting quick-witted. Arise.
Sir Jin Woo, that's...
Yo! Jin just pulled a full-on Night King and raised the Demon King's dragon. And the way it looks like a black and blue glowing version of Maleficent, if Maleficent's dragon was cool looking. But it's just standing there in front of him now. He now has his own dragon mount that can level, that can grow stronger, that can increase in rank. This dude has his own Smaug! Choose a name for the soldier. Was it Wyvern, Kaecilian, Karkalin? What was his name again?
I think Sir Jin Woo is quite poor at remembering names.
Kaizel. And then it roars as it gains its new name. Kaizel the Wyvern!
With that wyvern, we'll be able to return to Radir at no time.
If I want to leave the demon castle, do I have to go down the floors one by one? I want to be quick.
There'll be a banquet when we get back to my clan. I'm sure my father will be happy.
Don't I still have my quest rewards left? Normal quest, collect Demon Souls Part 2 has been completed. Reward, highest quality rune stone. Reward 2, bonus stats plus 30, and reward 3, hidden reward. Received highest quality runestone, Shadow Exchange. Received bonus stats plus 30, and received title, Demon Hunter. Title, Demon Hunter. Condition requirement has not been met. Huh? Shadow Exchange runestone. And he's looking at it, and it kinda looks like a key on the runestone. Shadow Exchange, level 1, job-specific skill, no mana required. Exchange locations between the user and the selected Shadow Soldier. This skill can be used again only after the 3-hour cooldown is finished. Cooldown will change depending on the skill level. Yo, so he can trade places with his shadows and teleport between them two. What an unbelievable skill. No matter where my Shadow Soldiers are located, I can exchange locations with them. This is basically teleportation! Great work, everyone. Essel, I'm sorry, but you'll have to return to your clan by yourself.
Huh? Then the banquet?
Raida's clan is located on the 80th floor. It's too far away to just go back to get rewarded. I'll see you again if I get the chance. And he just turns himself into a shadow and trades places and starts to teleport himself with one of his shadows. Skill Shadow Exchange activated. Take care.
Sir Jin Woo,
Due to the death of the dungeon boss, the interior of the dungeon will revert back to its original.
Huh?
And then the soldier he traded places with just looks along like, huh? How did I get here? and the soldier's looking on like, I have no idea what's going on. This place is, and he's back in his neighborhood, in an alleyway. My neighborhood? I really did exchange locations. Shadow Exchange, level 1. 2 hours and 59 minutes, 59 seconds until the skill can be used again. Kaizel. And then he jumps in the air and summons his dragon to fly around. He's not even riding the dragon like on the back. He's just standing on top of it, just with his hands in his pockets as his dragon is just flying through the air. And now we're back at another building, possibly the Hunters Association building, because here's Woo. This video is the data sent from Japan. It was recorded using Japan's satellite's magic detection camera. Records from the first, second, and third raid attempts. Like Goto Ryuji had said. Changing Goto to Goto. Okay. Like Goto Ryuji had said, all the ants certainly do leave their nests except for the queen ant and her guards. The fact that the appearance of these ants is always changing is proof they're evolving with each generation. And the lifetime of each generation is roughly a year. I'm still a bit bothered by the guard ants, but there are always a few guards protecting the boss monsters in highly ranked dungeons. What's the possibility? You like Goto more? Hey, we'll just go with Goto. Goto Ryuji. What's the possibility of the ants returning to their nests earlier than expected? They'll be using a jamming signal. Jamming signal? These ants are able to communicate with each other using their own special wavelength, and Goto Ryuji plans on disturbing them with a jamming signal. Then we'll only have to worry about the queen ants and her guards. And then he senses something. What's wrong, Chairman? Just now. Did you not sense it? Magical wavelengths that can be sensed from far away. What's happened? Have you still not been able to contact Hunter Sung Jin Woo? We're doing our best. And there's someone camping out here somewhere. Who is this? Did you also sense that? I may have retired, but my rank didn't drop. Oh, it's Bayek! Is he talking to that retired hunter we heard so much about? What was that just now? Choi Jong-in and Cha Hae-in must be at each other's throats over their shares in the Hunters Guild or something. Is that so? Take another glass. Oh my, you're just too kind. Smile a bit, young. You'll get old quickly if you're always frowning. S-rank healer Min Byung-Gu. Is he the retired hunter we heard so much about? And now we got descriptions of the other items that Jin got his hands on. The Demon King's Dagger, item class S, type dagger, but S-rank healer Min Byung-Gu just chilling out with Bayek from the White Tiger Guild. Is this the retired
Is this the retired S ranker that Go Gun Hee was talking about? Is he the one? But Demon King's dagger, item class S rank, type dagger, attack plus 220. Dagger obtained from the Demon King Baran. I'm gonna call him Baran, not Baran. No, Baran sounds better. Baran sounds better, not Baran. Dagger obtained from the Demon King Baran. Set effect will activate if both Demon King's daggers are equipped at the same time. Set effect 2 as 1. Additional attack will amplify to each dagger by the amount of the strength stat. Ooh, and Jin's strength is already astronomically high. Then we have the Demon King's Longsword. Item class S. Type Longsword. Attack plus 350. Longsword brimming with the Demon King's power. Every time the sword is swung, the effect Storm of White Flames will activate. Effect Storm of White Flames. Summon a storm of endless lightning within a certain area. This dude has a sword that can summon lightning within a certain area every time he swings his sword. That's the special effect. Every time the sword is swung, Storm of the White Flames will activate. Just hold on. I got props. Just every time he swings his sword, I know this is an old Nerf sword from way back when they still made when Nerf still made melee weapons. Every time he swings his sword, it just causes lightning to rain down wherever. Every time he swings. And if Jin is able to swing his sword as fast as Igris, like 100 RPMs, he's just gonna be covering the entire area in nothing but endless lightning. And if he does that on top of Kaisel, he's just... Dude, why are you so broken? Necromancer should not be this powerful. But then again, I shouldn't be surprised because Einzel Gon is that powerful. But Jin, you're just... RNGesus is being good to you, bruh. Item. Demon Monarch's Ring, item class S rank. Plus 20 in senses and plus 20 in intelligence. We already seen this one before. And that is the end. That is the end of chapter 88. Onwards to chapter 89. He's just getting these ridiculous drops. 89! Hyung, do you want to hear something funny? Is that so? Take another glass. Oh my, you're just too kind. I'm gonna have to change his voice because his body doesn't fit the voice I got for him. Smile a bit, Hyung. You'll get old quickly if you're always frowning. S-rank healer Min Byung-Gu. Nope. Okay. Along with his sense of humor, Min Byung-Gu is a bit of a weird guy. He's the first S-rank hunter to retire with all 4 limbs intact. Not only is he the first, but he's also the only one. Yo, okay, so this is the retired hunter that Go Gun Hee was speaking about not too long ago. And for Go Gun Hee to speak of him in such a high regard, how many would choose to quit considering how much money S-rank hunters can make? It's not like he was already rich in the first place. Hyung, are you really going to go? Yeah. You saw how Yeon Suk Young died. And it shows like a rudimentary image of this guy being dismembered and eaten alive by ants. That's why I need to go. If we leave the ants alone, the entirety of Korea will end up meeting the same fate. Since when were you so patriotic? I'm just adding a cool excuse since it's something I have to do anyway. I refuse to go. I will never go. If you're here to convince me, I'm sorry, but no, I'm here to see you just in case, since I don't know when I'll be able to see you again. Hyung. I'm preparing for my teaching certification exam. I plan on becoming an ordinary civil servant. You? Do you know about Jin Architecture's hinting at recruiting talented hunters to create their own guild? I also received the call. They offered me the guild master position. Ever since I've retired, it hasn't been just Jin Architectures. I've received countless sweet deals.
Despite how I am, places where blood is spilled aren't meant for me. That's why I'm taking the teaching certification exam. Won't subjects like Korean history be fitting? Why Korean history of all things? You already know, Hyung. You already know, Hyung. I love historical dramas. You're weird. No, this is normal. What I'm saying is that it'd be great if wars would only stay in history books. That's right. You're the normal one. Hunters are the ones that are normal. Wait, now that I think about it, there aren't that many hunters that hate fighting monsters. There are a few among the healers, but instead they really enjoy love healing. They really enjoy love healing, or is it they really love healing, or they really enjoy healing? I feel like they really enjoy love healing. I feel like that sentence is off. Can only those who enjoy fighting become awakened? That can't be it. Here, take another glass. Of course, Your Highness. And then cutting to the hospital. That's where Jin went. He went to go give his mother the holy water of life. If I screw up here, I might not be able to reverse it. Probably typo. It might be a typo. She might not be able to swallow the holy water of life at all, and even if she does, there's no guarantee that she'll be fine. But I've seen many miracles created by the system. Stories that other people will never believe. It's all due to the system's power. How an E rank like me made it this far is also. It should be fine to trust it once more. And then he prepares to give... He's preparing himself to give it to his mom, but he's shaking with nervousness. Please. That scar. All I want to do was wash my mother's hair. And it's cutting back to a flashback back when Jin was a kid, and he tried to wash his mom's hair, but in the process, he kind of ended up burning his mom's neck.
Jin Woo, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere?
I was the one at fault. It's because of me that she has that scar. And looking at his mom, all gate with emancipation, and then her color starts to come back just a little bit. Her color has returned, but why isn't she waking up? Why? Open your eyes. Open your eyes. I only ever had one reason why I wanted to become stronger. So please wake up. Please let me take over the burden you've been carrying, Mom. Please. And then it comes back to Jin's place where Jinna is studying. I can't concentrate. And she's leaving the convenience store.
Thank you.
Is it going to be summer soon? The air is warm. Then it shows Jin still sitting in the room.
Is that you, Jin Woo?
Yo! Did his mom wake up? His mom woke up! Yay! His mom woke up!
Just how long was I asleep?
4 years. It's been 4 years.
4 years? How's Jinna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
Thank you, son.
Whoa, buffering. No! Why are you buffering now of all times? Stop it. Stop dropping frames.
Are we good? How's everything looking, everybody? Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Are we good? Okay, it looks like we're back. It looks like we're back. Everything is running. Excellent collection is back. Okay, it dropped frames there for a second. But we're also getting close to the end, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. It looks good to go now. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back a couple of panels, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, alright, so, what was the last one I stopped at? Was it the one where, Jin's mom woke up? Okay, we're good to go. So, Jin's mom woke up, so I'm gonna go from before that panel.
The air is warm.
And then it shows Jin sitting in the hospital room, and Jin's mom is sitting up.
Is that you, Jin Woo?
And his mom is sitting up. Jin's mom is sitting up, alive and well, eyes open and everything.
Just how long was I asleep?
4 years. It's been 4 years.
4 years? How's Jinna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
Thank you, son. You kept your promise. Because I got sick, my son, it must have been difficult.
And Jin can't say anything, but tears start to swell up. And he starts crying. As his mom is finally awake. Yeah. The end of chapter 89 onwards to the last chapter, ladies and gentlemen. That's wholesome. He finally accomplished his goal of reviving his mom and waking her up. Now, the thing is, Jin's missing father is still out there, so who knows, maybe he left in ways to try and revive his wife as well. So if he finds out that everyone in his family is alive and well, imagine the possibilities of Jin's father popping in to see Jin and the rest of the family after all this time. Chapter 90! What? A patient with eternal slumber has awakened? Has woken up? This is unprecedented! The patient's guardian is requesting for immediate discharge from the hospital. What should we... The patient's guardian is requesting for immediate discharge from the hospital. What should we do? No, not a chance. Not only is she too unstable, but she's also been lying asleep for 4 years. She wouldn't even be able to walk. Well, that's the state of the patient. The state of the patient is all perfectly normal. It's as if the patient wasn't asleep for 4 years. There's no problem with her current health, and she can even walk on her own. Are you saying that she's in good health despite being asleep? Maybe it's because of the life support system? Even so, getting discharged this early is a separate matter at hand. We must let the world know about this case. I also explained the same thing to an ordinary man. The Guardian? Have you heard of Hunter Sung Jin Woo, who has recently become South Korea's 10th S rank? We can't hold on to healthy patients in the hospital against their will. We should, of course, let her get discharged. Okay, so it's in the green. Let's go ahead and get through this chapter before it messes up. Let's go ahead and get through it. So, let me go back. Maybe it's because of the life support machine? Even so, getting discharged this early is a separate matter at hand. We must let the world know about this case. I also explained the same thing to the Guardian, but he's not an ordinary man. The Guardian? Have you heard of Hunter Sung Jin Woo, who has recently become South Korea's 10th S-rank hunter? We can't hold on to healthy patients in the hospital against their will. We should, of course, let her get discharged.
and it shows Jenna and Jin standing in the hospital room with their mom. My daughter is all grown up. And Jenna is just crying her eyes out. Mom! And she just hugs her. And Jin can just stand there and watch. My efforts were not in vain. It feels like all my troubles until now were leading up to reward me with this moment. But while working as a hunter, I wonder if I distance myself too much. Uneasiness is taking over. And then Jin is just sitting in a park by himself. I am constantly checking back on OBS to make sure that everything's working smoothly. I left my phone unattended for too long while I was at the Demon Castle. There's a lot of missed calls. Well, if it was about something important, I'm sure they'll call me back. Is this news related to Kaisel? Monster spotted over the skies of... No trace of dungeon break. Where's the flying monster headed? Hunters Association has yet to respond. The safety of the citizens is... Even a stupid event such as this is breaking news. Then he calls someone. Hello? Hunter Sung Jin Woo, this is the association's Go-Gun Hee. The chairman is calling me? Chairman, is there a problem? I'm sure you've heard the news. What kind of news? What kind of news are you talking about? Have you not seen the news yet? Ah, he must be talking about Kaisel. Word travels fast. I'm sorry about that. I'll be more careful in the future. Huh? Is it not about Kaisel? Ah, what's the matter? I just came back from a place where there was no service. It seems like you really haven't heard the news. Is it okay for me to come visit you and explain the situation in person? No, I'll come instead. And back to the Hunters Association place. The raid will begin in 4 days. We'll go to Jeju Island and eliminate those ants once and for all. And for us to do that, we need your help, Hunter Sung Jin Woo. All the citizens wish for the recapture of Jeju Island. Could you join us in this operation? Normally, I would have agreed without hesitation since it's crawling with high-rank monsters. But then he thinks of his mom, who finally woken up. Then he senses something. Magical energy? Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. There seems to be hunters fighting somewhere nearby. You have a good sense as expected, for you to detect them from this distance. S-rank hunters are currently warming up in the gym. Are you perhaps talking about that? S-rank hunters? Yes, since there are only 4 days left until the Jeju Island raid. Ryuji Goto and his Japanese S-rank hunters are currently there as well. By Ryuji Goto, do you mean... I'm sure even a normal citizen has heard the name of Japan's strongest at least once. Yes, it's that Ryuji Goto. Do you wish to check it out? And then it shows Bayek slightly transformed as he's fighting in this big old training area against another person. And whoever he's training against has managed to flip him over completely in a judo throw. And throw him on his back even after being transformed. Master Bayek, a young person like you should be able to use more strength. I'm no master, Master Ma. And then he clashes with this Master Ma again. And the guy just looks at him with a mad grin on his face. But it doesn't look like a crazy grin. It's just like a grin of excitement over, fighting someone strong. I am constantly checking this stream. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. We're past the halfway mark. Then I'll end it. And it just shows them clashing in the middle of the dojo. It's uncommon for all the S-rank hunters to gather at one place. The magical energy you sensed earlier is probably from them. Hunter Bayek Yun-ho is getting slightly pushed back. But if Bayek Yun-ho were to give it his all, Ma Dong-wook wouldn't stand a chance. Oh, it's Choi-in. It's Choi. But if Bayek Yun-ho were to give it his all, Ma Dong-wook wouldn't stand a chance. Choi Jong-in? It's been a while, Hunter Sung Jin Woo. The man wearing the dobok is the famed guild Ma Dong-wook. Ma Dong-wook, S-Rank Guild Master of the Fame Guild. You said that Hunter Bayek Yun-ho isn't giving it his all, but why is he hiding his strength when Hunter Ma Dong-wook is not an opponent he can slack off with?
It's hard for one to use all their strength when there are a lot of eyes around. Since President Bayek turns into a real monster when he fights, so the rumors of his transformation ability are true. And the people gathered over there is Ippei Izawa, S-Rank Hunters, Mari Ishida, Ken Tanaka, Minoru Hoshino, Atsushi Kumamoto, Kanae Tawata, Tatsumi Fujishima, Kei, Akira Akari Shimizu, and Akari Shimizu. That's it. Ryuji Goto in Japanese S-Rank Hunters. So these are all the S-Rank Hunters he brought with him. Fame Guild, one of the nation's top 5 guilds, active in the Honam region. There's a strong impression that Fame Guild is ranked 4th since Hunters, White Tiger, and Reaper guilds are dominating the top ranks. So, with that, we are introduced to all the S-Rank Hunters of the Draw Guild. Draw Sword Guild. And that is the end of Chapter 90. Let me go ahead and bring up Chapter 91 and get it saved as a favorite. So we'll be ready for Tuesday's solo leveling stream. And there won't be a stream on Thursday, you guys, as that is Thanksgiving and I will be spending time with my family. But there will be one on Saturday as we continue to move closer and closer to catching up to all the chapters of solo leveling. It took me a minute to get to this point, but hey, I'm thankful that I'm doing it for a stream for you guys. But overall, this was an epic and hype set of chapters. Managed to get out of my seat a couple of times. Jin beating the Demon King and getting his items and becoming ridiculously powerful. Igris and Tank being, promoted, and now they're even far more powerful than they were before. Jin's got a dragon to ride on now. Not only that, but he's almost level 100, so it makes me wonder, what is the max level? Don't answer that rhetorical question. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when that moment finally comes. Not only that, but the Draw Guild wants to join up with South Korea in order to, join forces and take on the Jeju Island to destroy the Queen Ant so that they can, get rid of the threat of those ants once and for all, because one ant was able to kill 294 people. Can you imagine what a whole swarm can do? Scary. But now that we've seen all that happened in the Demon Castle, I feel like it's not going to be the last time we see the Demon Castle, nor is it going to be the last time we see Essel and the Raider clan as well. We also get to see other S-Rank Hunters, including the people that are with Ryuji Goto, and Jin's mom is awake. Let that be the biggest highlight of this whole stream, is that for all that Jin did, all the very reason he joined to be a hunter was to revive his mom, and now his mom has been revived from the eternal slumber. Since Jin had 6 holy waters of life in order to cure his mom. He now has 5. So, what would happen if we were to give one of them to the doctor so that they can reverse engineer it and actually have a cure for people who fall under the eternal slumber? A way for people to actually come out of that. That'd be nice. I mean, he only has 1 of those. But we'll have to see what happens to the rest of them when we continue reading through these chapters. Maybe it'll be brought up again, but there's a lot of things to consider here. I am looking forward to the next set of chapters, though. But before I draw this to a close, I've managed to get this done in under 2 hours, so I'm happy for that. I'm about to go out and get myself something to eat, and I'm about to chill and play some games. I still need to play through Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, so expect another video later today. And I will be working on more videos that I can upload for you guys going through that, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But before I go, I just want to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out to see me today. It really does mean a lot. I know I say this all the time. It may even seem monotonous and robotic how many times I always repeat the same thing, but it really is. I love doing this. And for people to come to my stream and enjoy what I do, it means everything. I love it. I absolutely love doing this. I love entertaining you guys. I do this for you. Not the fame, adorations, not the super chat and donations. They're perks, and I like those too. But I'm thankful that I am actually able to entertain you guys. That is my main goal for whenever I do these streams for you guys. That will always be the main priority. The main priority is making sure that you guys are entertained and you guys leave this stream feeling better than you did before. So I just want to say thank you everyone who showed up today. Anime Juke, Kohagen, Brandon, Shonen Sensei, I'm Sir, every single person that showed up. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody. Nope, not missing anybody. Thank you everyone who showed up here today. It does mean a lot. With that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you happen to be a new person to the channel, then consider subscribing because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So, have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.